Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. We have already started here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Can he spark a counter here? He has found the way through. Rodrigo was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it'll be interesting, Peter, to see what challenge the opposition now bring to Araujo. I really rate him because he can cope with pace, he can cope with dribbling wingers, and he's a very valuable asset. And he's become a real focus in that defence.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rodri cuts out the pass. Beckenbauer. Irwin.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, well played. Played out to the right. That is a great pick out. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, good-looking ball. Odegaard. Approaching the half-hour mark. Stoichkov! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Irwin made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Mbappe! Now Mbappe hits one! Goal! Inter! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
A 1-0 lead established. Look, Mbappe! And that has put paid to that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Carvajal. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal. And that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Report to the staff room immediately.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Inter Milan come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the score, and the finish! Oh, taken with style! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Now listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's intervened well there. Ødegaard. Just about up to the hour now.
71,550.
He's through here. And the ball's a good one here. Real chance! Goal! Inter! And they've got their lead back.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Messi.
It's a good ball out wide. And that has been knocked clear. Has a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Nuno Mendes. Vinicius Junior. And he stands tall, impenetrable. He's played him through.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He can run onto that.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And the pass is intercepted. Great chance! And it's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better. Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Number 20.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Goal! Inter! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Substitution on the field. Number 20. Stoichkov.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 18.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Gavi.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's really well manoeuvred. That pass has been well intercepted. Messi, he's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we're done. Inter Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Inter Milan leave it late.
And please...
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And already we're underway here. Foden. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Has a look and plays it forward. Saliba cuts it out. And he's intervened well there. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range of a top-class midfielder. I think his team will be looking to use him as a foundation from which to build both sustained spells of possession as well as quick counter-attacks. He's got a phenomenal left foot.
He would be... Tries a shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Nuno Mendes. Inter Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Calhanoglu. Oh, well played, well sorted out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Calhanoglu. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it.
Shot a goal! Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Çalhanoğlu.
Inter are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Defending was strong and firm. And no, that was never going to make it. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's had a hit! He's got away with one there.
Really got in the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great grafting.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Endrick, someone who can always claim to... And the whistle goes for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0. What do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think there's plenty to be pleased about with that first half display in terms of the score and overall approach.
Inter Milan head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Well, nicely intercepted. Endrick. Rice makes the interception. Ruben Dias. Inter Milan finding their passes. Inter Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
The attendance for this match was
Almost an hour gone.
80,953.
Endrick, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's found a way past. Oh, that's neat.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's a good spell of possession, this. He can run onto that. He's dealt with that really well.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Ruben Dias. Nicely aimed pass. Mbappe. Wriggles his way through. And that is a little undercooked. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Çalhanoğlu! And yes, it's there! And with that goal comes comfort. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Çalhanoğlu. 1 minute to add, according to the board. Passing is crisp and sharp. So that's it. It is all over. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Oh, this looks sharp. And now the breakaway. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Schneider. He's through here. Could move up a gear here. Almost ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It's a loose ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well seen, saw that coming. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it's not very often you look at your goalkeeper as a source of inspiration, but I think we can make an exception for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Such an incredible player, one of the safest pair of hands around.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Mendes spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way through. He's found some space. Vinicius Junior! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rodrigo, he's got away. Nice control. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. It's gone out for a throw-in. Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez! Yes! They are right back in business.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Dixon.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very... Great chance! Oh, what has happened? And one more try! It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He rises! Good delivery, but no joy.
No, that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Tchouameni does well to stand firm and defend it.
This match was 80,000.
So we've reached the hour mark.
Milan are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's Luis Suarez, and here's Mohamed Salah. Now who's going to be first to this? Mohamed Salah looking to get on the end of this. Dixon.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Kvaratskhelia! Oh, denied brilliantly!
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
That's a sharp pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's Luis Suarez! There it is! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution for Inter, number 20, Mbappe.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 6.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner. Inter merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Odegaard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Alexander-Arnold. Dembele looking to run onto it. Shot at goal! And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a
Just a
fair
quick
result.
announcement.
Both sides...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Everybody, and
Gorgeous,
welcome to
gorgeous
today's
evening.
match.
The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Alexander-Arnold.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
And here's Mbappe. Mbappe might just make this. Gavi. Oh, good-looking ball. Great defending, strong and determined.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Some really good ball movement. Looks for the finish. Odegaard. Mbappe. And there's green grass ahead of him. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Stoichkov. Gavi. He's gone forward.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That's a smashing touch to get him away. Picked out brilliantly. Great chance! And the ball's come loose here. Danger averted for now. And he's managed to get free. That's a sharp pass. Taken back almost. He's gone for goal. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Mbappe. And he's only too happy to take that back. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Driving forward.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now that's a fine challenge. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Gavi.
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just...
And we hit half-time, but it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0.
For our charity fund, Chance in
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Here we go again. So neither side has yet broken through. Well read, nice interception. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nuno Mendes, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Stoichkov.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Gavi. Mbappe touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Interesting ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Still waiting for the game to take off here, 0-0. Vinicius Junior looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
71,649.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Hits one! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, that's Stoichkov! He's got away with one there.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Elise. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. That's really nicely played.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. No, it's not getting there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Rice. And here's Mbappe. Nuno Mendes. Odegaard. Mendes looking to hit the byline here. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And here's Mbappe.
There will be one.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. So that's it. It is all over. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. But after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Looking tidy in possession here. And he's intervened well there. That is good alertness. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Mbappe! Çalhanoğlu.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vinicius Junior. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, can he get onto this?
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Mbappe! Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. Conte. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ødegaard. Vinicius Junior. Defending of the desperate variety. Good effort from distance. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Çalhanoğlu
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Van der Vaart. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Mbappe. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Mbappe, and he's been shifted off it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vinicius Junior. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. Reflections on the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least defensively.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Mbappe! He's onside!
How many interceptions?
Has a go! Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And he's had a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Back in possession and ready to go again. Stoichkov. Yamal! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. So we have our breakthrough.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth the treat.
Gets his pass away. Oh, well played, well played. Cleared without complication. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Koundé calmly anticipates. Yamal. That is a great pick out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Inter are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Rice. That's a sharp pass. Vinicius Junior is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Adams cuts it out.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
David Villa. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Inter Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Alexander-Arnold plays it in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Vinicius Junior! And it's in! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Stoichkov.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. All square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which all goes well if this goes to extra time.
Tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Number 14, Fernandez.
Substitution in progress. 4 added minutes has been indicated.
Maldini gets over and intercepts. Neymar. Dembele. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Members who are celebrating their birthdays today. Substitution on the field. Number 5, Jules Koundé.
90 minutes gone and nothing between them still.
3,
Inter Milan displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Ribéry.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's gone looking for safety. David Villa. Rice does really well there, he is strong. And he's away. Dembele. Chouameni. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's through, now is he in? Cleared without hesitation. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. And it's Ribéry. We've reached the midway point in extra time.
Volunteer switch block. Please report
Yep,
to the
it is
staff
coming down to those
immediately.
last 15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team?
Substitution.
And so the last chance to find a winner. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Neymar. That'll be a throw.
Frimpong.
David Villa. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Fernandez picks it up from the goal kick. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries a header! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
What a throw in.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
That's that, the end. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this guy, Donnarumma, really is a generational talent, Peter. I suppose you have to be good if you're a goalkeeper and your name's Gianluigi. He really has inherited the mantle from his namesake. There might be room for improvement with his kicking, but otherwise, he is nigh on perfect.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for... He's gone for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Stoichkov. And it's Neymar. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Rodrigo. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. Some good work on the right flank here. Out for a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's big chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus...
Odegaard! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
And they win it back again. Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now it's Mbappe.
Inter really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. Stood up well to him there.
Inter couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
1 minute added time.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's half-time here. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Thank you very much.
Inter Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Neymar.
Here we go again.
Field is number
Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter.
Oh, what has happened here? Ødegaard. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bellingham. Can he finish? And he hits the net. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
And that really is so impressive. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off.
Can he finish? Defending of the desperate variety.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Nicked it back promptly. Quality ball. He's had a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Kante picks it up from the goal kick. Mbappe. And reclaimed it in a trice. Nicely weighted. And the finish! And he comes up trumps again. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, shooting chance! He scores! And the comeback is complete! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And that is as far as they're going to go. No joy this time. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Mbappe, there's the shot! They've scored! We thought it was over! It's all square once
The
more!
goal scorer for Inter.
Oh, that was a cracking little exchange to set up the finish, and a lovely understanding between both players. I mean, that's clearly tailored on the training ground and delivered beautifully on match day.
Number 8, Stoichkov.
So all square
Number
with
13,
almost no time
Conte.
remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
And the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Well, this is what we've been... And that is that. Inter Milan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Inter, absolutely.
Well, games at this level don't come too much bigger than this one. 90 minutes to decide whether they can take the big step up. The manager has challenged his players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And as you can see, we've already started here. Inter Milan. Oh, shooting chance! There's the shot! Thiaw is there to clear.
Inter have created a real intensity from the start, and there's no sign of any let-up.
And here's Forlan. Mendes gets across to intercept that. And it's Gnabry. Fiddles it through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's really well manoeuvred. Gnabry. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, such a clever touch.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Drilled in low. It is a corner, good chance. Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Gnabry does well to stand firm and defend it. Gnabry going full tilt down the left. Good spot, he's seen the run. Gnabry goes pulsing down that left-hand side. Rodri kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Forlan. He's gone for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, nicely intercepted. He's looking to set free a runner. Great chance! Goal! Inter! Is this the moment? The moment he made it happen, the moment they made it happen. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
This is going to make things very interesting, as their opponents will have to take a risk or two now.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning.
Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's away. He's had a shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Mbappe just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Costa Curta. And the whistle goes for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Inter Milan go in at half-time with a slender 1-goal lead. And the game has already resumed here. Inter Milan carrying a 1-goal lead. Çalhanoğlu, not the most accurate pass. Çalhanoğlu is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right, The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Great defending, strong and determined. True Bangkok United can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed...
Mbappe! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
Inter clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
550.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them with...
Speculative strike.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
No way through, so back it comes. Gnabry. No way through there. Beckham. Del Piero. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Forlan. Showing good feet.
True Bangkok United truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And Del Piero! And it's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back.
Header! They've scored! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
This has become one superb game of football.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Could be danger here. Now the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gavi clears. Played back in. Now it's Haaland. Big chance!
There will be 3 minutes added to
And
the
he has kept it out somehow.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Del Piero finds himself offside. And that will be it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Mbappe voted man of the match. Well, little question that this is the box office game at this level today. Thank you for joining us. You've made a very good choice. There's so much resting on the game. It should be a cracker. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. We have already started here. Inter Milan cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Rodrigo! Adams clears. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, super find. Oh, terrible mistake. Nunez! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
You know, looking back on that, I honestly think that the keeper could have helped that situation. He can see the whole picture in front of him and let that defence know. But it seems the message didn't come across very well, and I think they were duly punished.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Forlan, pinches it off him. And he's let fly! Calhanoglu, oh, that's well spotted. That's really well manoeuvred. That pass has been well intercepted. Neymar, Chelsea applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. Shot at goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Filippo Inzaghi is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Rodrigo herring after the ball here. Costa Curta. Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe. Adams. And Neymar. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And Berbatov! Oh, screamer! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
1 minute added time.
Forlan. And it's half-time here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
And we're off again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Neymar. And it's Forlan. Messi. Nunez. Calhanoglu. Now it's Inzaghi. And he's found it. Inzaghi! Yes, it's there! The second half off to a spectacular start. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser. Inter have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Foot in. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Messi. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Inzaghi. He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! There's a goal! They've come back, they've come roaring back. This is becoming quite a game.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Neymar. Who saw this coming? Inter Milan are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. He's in plenty of space here. Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. Fabinho. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And it's Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Çalhanoğlu. Oh, well played, well played.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Rodri. Now it's Inzaghi. And that's it. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Filippo Inzaghi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
I'd like to draw
And
your
after all of
attention
that,
to the
Jim,
screen
what are you
right now
thinking?
for information on
Inter Milan come into the last day with one sole objective, and that is to earn the points, which will earn them a journey to the promised land. Surely they must do it. You would certainly think so. The next 90 minutes, the most significant of this campaign. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And as you can see, we've already started here. Inter Milan cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Inzaghi! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Mbappe. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi. And it's Griezmann. Nuno Mendes. Rice. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. He's got away. Closing in on goal. He's in a good position here. Guardiola. Mendes gets into some space. And that has been knocked clear. It's Çalhanoğlu! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Fernando Torres. He's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. And here's Torres.
Fernando Torres.
And now the hit! That was superb goalkeeping!
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! Cleared without complication. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for options for movement. Rice. Now it's Mbappe. Filippo Inzaghi. Pedri. And he's
There
been
will be
shifted
1
off
minute
it.
added time.
Guardiola. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Inter Milan come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And we're underway again. Inter Milan carrying a one-goal lead. And here's Van Basten. Pedri. Passes short and sharp. Torres! It's a loose ball. And another try! It's a goal! They are right back in business!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's gone for
The
goal!
attendance for this match was 71,550.
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Messi. Some really good ball movement.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Torres, Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Oh, that is outstanding! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Messi. And it's a mighty effort! He has done it! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Has been indicated.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's had it taken off him. Guardiola. Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's at the end. Inter Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even... So without question, it is one of the most awaited, most anticipated days on the footballing calendar. So many teams, so many ambitions, and only a handful will go forward to achieve those ambitions. That is the nature of our fascinatingly competitive game. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Ronaldinho heads it! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
That's really well cleared.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot.
Real chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Adams spots it and intercepts. Mbappe! They're urging him. Big chance! They've scored! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Adams is there to clear. Stoichkov. Mateus. Good read, needed to be. Neymar. And the pass is intercepted. Stoichkov. Can he finish? And it's in! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Approaching the half-hour mark. And he's in on goal. Tries a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Adams robs him of possession. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
That looks a good ball through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Çalhanoğlu. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Two added minutes has been
Mbappe.
indicated.
Look at the space here, and Stoichkov! And the whistle goes for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an information bulletin from the regional police department.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Mateus.
Here we go again then.
Coming on to replace him is
Look, before they might get too carried away with
Rodri.
thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Interesting ball. Beckenbauer. Nice sequence of passes this. Shot at goal! Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ronaldinho, a player who needs no introduction.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Adams. Oh, what has happened here? Pulls it back. He's
The
done well to
attendance
get
for
that
this
clear.
match was 71,550.
Rodri. Now it's Stoichkov. Neymar.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
Mbappe. Scholes. Now Mbappe. Mbappe. He's had a shot. Rodri. Oh, good-looking ball. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that was vital. Rodri. Now it's Mbappe. Scholes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for the runner. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Inter really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
And here's Ronaldinho. Guardiola. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And no, that was never going to make it. And that will be it. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Rodrigo! It's a loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? Terrific header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
He's looking to set free a runner. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rodrigo. Mbappe! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. He's gone for the shots. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Modric showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Mbappe! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So we're still where we started right now. And he's picked out the run. Lovely ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Has another go! Goal! Inter! Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
Inter Milan have So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. We have already started here. Tony Adams, now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Mbappe finds himself offside. Costa Curta. Referee's given a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Inzaghi, he could be in here. Gavi. He's got tall. And again! Goal! Inter! With a predatory goal.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now there's a fine ball. Hits one!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course the
big chance! Oh no, this, and another try! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Rice certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Havertz, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. The pass is intercepted. Played back in. He's got himself an absolute peach. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
2 added minutes has been
Well, we're
indicated.
back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And can he finish it? And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's 1-1.
Kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's 1 each. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Alexander-Arnold. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's burst through! And that's been won straight back.
The attendance
Almost
for this
an hour
match
gone.
was 80,953.
Allison. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, perfectly measured that. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Bellingham. Havertz. Alexander-Arnold. Gavi. And he was quick to react. And that's gone loose. Caicedo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, good read. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Adams. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Rodrigo.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Inzaghi. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, it's come loose. Darwin. Havertz. Mbappe. Filippo Inzaghi. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, there's a probing ball, and that's that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Inter certainly had some good moments.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And already we're underway here. And Stoichkov! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a throw. Van Balten kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, easy pickings there. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Expertly cut out. Decent hit! In he goes again! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a go! Decent enough try.
Hernandez just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Stoichkov is in a really good position out wide. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played out towards the right wing. Guardiola
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp, and he's in on goal! It's a goal kick. Rice, Ribery. Puyol gets across to intercept that. Neymar. And the shot! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
Neymar. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Ribery. That's been cut out, well played.
1 minute added time.
No way through. And the whistle goes for half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
Attendees, this is a lost
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Please keep
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
Inter Milan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. go again.
Inter really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And he's intervened well there. Ribery.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Inter Milan finding their passes. That is good alertness. Over to the left. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Stoichkov. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. It's run loose here. Filippo Inzaghi. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Costa Curta cuts out the pass. He is through here. Mbappe. And that is expertly dealt with.
Rodrigo, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's played him through. Oh, that's well spotted. Costa Curta. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that has been knocked clear and smartly reclaimed. And it's played forward. Stoichkov providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Now there's a fine ball. Big chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, what about that? And surely that has won the day! Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. We have already started here. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, super ball! There's no flag! That has been knocked clear. Oh, well played.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, he's... Can he finish? That's really well cleared. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Pedri goes on a charge down the left. Mbappe! And that's caused a worry or two.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Ciao. Filippo Inzaghi. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe finds himself offside. Van der Vaart. Ruben Dias. It's Van der Vaart. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rice. Ruben Dias kept his eye on it, and he's there. Pedri. Pedri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ciao. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
No, that's been intercepted. Ciao. He has found the way. Rodrigo! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Inter really putting a few chances together here. Taking one can only add to such good momentum now.
And we have our very first corner. Gets his head to it! He will be livid with himself. Mbappe. Roberto Carlos.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Adams. And the first 45 minutes are up. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
So there was the first half.
Inter ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Inter Milan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And we're already back up and running up, and it's been given away. Oh, he's bustling through here. Real chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Adams. It's Pedri. Mbappe. Mbappe. Neymar. Goalkeeper's ball. 60 minutes played.
The attendance for this match was 80,113.
Rodrigo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri. And here's Ronaldinho. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe! Pedri! And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Neymar! And that was very necessary. Gently done.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and
chance to finish!
Substitution for Inter. Number 10, Rodrigo. Number 13, Felipe.
So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period, and the score is 1-0. Musiala, he's picked his way through. Now there's a fine ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Substitutions taking place.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Musiala, and that has put paid to that. And here's Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Nice interception, well timed. Ribery. That looks a good ball through. Neymar, and the shot! It's in! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Oh, the movement is slick, the spin. Oh, here's a chance! Oh, that's magnificent!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Looking tidy in possession here. Vinicius Junior. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bastoni wins the duel this time. And it's Conte. That's a sweet ball, that. Rice. And he's let fly. Calhanoglu. Adams cuts out the pass. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that's fabulous. Now the finish! It's there! Inter are back in business. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Carvajal kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Shifted it to the flank. And he's had it nicked away. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Saka. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That's a little off target. That's it! Has another goal! It's in! And they've got their lead back. Rodrigo duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Over to the left. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's got to be in here, and the shot! Oh, taken with style. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips the part, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Calhanoglu. He's picked his way through.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Rodrigo. Now that's well seen too. Rice. And there's the end of the first half.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found himself a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Endrick does have his name on the score sheet, of course, and he's away. Alisson will lay claim to that. And here's Rodrigo. Rodrigo! And for a moment, time stood still.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Mbappe. And that is as far as they're going to go.
The attendance for this match was
And he was quick to react.
71,550.
Saka. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Mendes makes the interception. And he's intervened well there. Saka. Vinicius Junior has created one goal already. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Calhanoglu. Vinicius Junior. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Vinicius Junior. Interesting ball. Vinicius Junior. Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, some tackle that. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And the pass is intercepted. Well timed, excellent interception. Guardiola. Vinicius Junior. Passing is crisp and sharp. Header! It's in he goes again. And another try. No mistake. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? And the referee brings